Hi guys, it's ASBYT, and today on the table we have quite possibly one of the most controversial smartphones of our time. Of this year. It is, of course, the Lenovo Z5, but this is the Pro version. And we'll delve into why this phone's been controversial and what they might have changed with the Pro version. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. Thanks to Play and Shop by Amazon for sponsoring today's video. It's going to allow you to earn credit back for every single game and app purchase that you make while you play on your Android device. So you may remember from the summer, around June time, Lenovo leaked that they were launching the Z5. And with that leak, the Vice President Chang Cheng leaked 3 possible specs for the new Z5. We had a 45-day battery, insane, 4 terabytes worth of storage, and a fully bezel-less display. And then if you remember, the whole of the tech community went pretty mental when the phone came out and it had none of the 3. Now, some people said that marketing strategy was good. It made the general public talk about Lenovo. Other people said it wasn't the best idea, but they can see why they did it. Guerrilla marketing. And then the third type of person said it was damn right silly, and they got pretty annoyed. But, like I said, this is the Pro version. We're going to unbox it and we're going to see whether any of those ring true with this, because it's been causing a stir again. So let's get it unboxed and I'm going to give you my overall first impressions review. Here we are. We have the Z5 Pro. We have on the back, on this version, we have 6GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. It also don't know why I'm clapping. It also comes in 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. It's got these little tabs here. Let's see what happens. Whoa, that is a cool box. Let's do that one more time. I mean, hats off, Lenovo. Unboxings get quite generic. It's a good one. It's a good start. I like it. Different compartments, sliding mechanism, and that's a little clue as to the phone, because we have right here, similar to the Xiaomi Mi Mix 3, similar to the Honor Magic 2, we have a fully bezel-less display with a sliding mechanism for that front-facing camera and sensors. So we'll get to the phone in 1 second, but first let's see what else you get inside the box. So we have in here your manual and your SIM ejector tool. We also have a screen protector, and that is nice to see. And we also have 3.5mm headphone jack adapter, cable for charging, which is Type-C, and we have our charging brick there. There is nothing else in that section. Now we're on to the main part, which is of course the device. So here inside, there we go, they have thought this through. It's just beautiful. And first off, I can tell you the build quality feels very, very good. And that is the sliding mechanism. We'll just give it a quick comparison with the Xiaomi Mi Mix 3 slider, because they are fairly similar, and my full review for the Xiaomi Mi Mix 3 is coming very soon. So make sure you are subscribed and you have your notifications turned on if you want to see that. But straight away, the Lenovo Z5 Pro feels smoother. This one clunks into place, so it's more sturdy, but this is easier. So swings and roundabouts, obviously without, I'm like a crab. Like a crab. It manages to be slightly lighter than the Mi Mix 3, but slightly thicker at the same time. We have Type-C charge, 1 speaker on the bottom with a second speaker underneath the slide right there. So for media consumption, they kind of want you to slide it out so that you can get that second speaker firing forwards towards you. It's not the best design to have to pull that out. You don't have to, obviously, but to get the full use of that second speaker, you have to. Not the best design, but nevertheless, dual speakers. And some of you guys, that's a big thing for you. And we're just going to do a quick sound test as well, so you can get an idea of how these stereo speakers perform. Okay, so I'm going to play one of my videos and put the phone up to the microphone. Hey guys, it's ASBYT, and today is quite a big day because we have on the table here one of the most requested smartphones on my channel. So in terms of build quality, it does feel pretty substantial in the hand, not quite as heavy as the Mi Mix 3. Hard to tell whether this is ceramic. It certainly appears to have two different materials. Yeah, I'm not too sure on the actual materials. If you're desperate to know what the material is, let me know in the comment section below and I will swat up and I will find out for you. Right, so let's finish off the specs before we get onto camera, etc. Android 8.1, Qualcomm Snapdragon 710. So it's not the 845, but it is the kind of next jump down. So in terms of performance, you're still gonna get pretty great performance from a Snapdragon 710 SoC. The Adreno 616, you're probably not going to get quite as good gaming performance from this, but generally on the 710 SoCs that I've tried, it is still very good for gaming. It's just not the best. One of the benefits of it being the Snapdragon 710 and not the 845 is its price. Straight away, this comes in cheaper than the Xiaomi Mi Mix 3 and the Honor Magic 2. So if you are interested in these sort of slider full bezel-less display phones, then this is going to be probably your cheapest option. So we've got a 6.39-inch AMOLED display, 2340 by 1080, 19 by 5 by 9 aspect ratio with a PPI density of 403. So these are sort of fairly standard specs for that mid-range phone. We're not getting a Quad HD display, but we're getting a pretty decent display, similar to like the OnePlus 6T, similar to the Xiaomi Mi Mix 3, like I've already said. You know, there are many phones that still use 1080p screens because really, for the everyday user, a Quad HD screen isn't essential. Yes, it's a nice bonus, but a lot of people as well with those displays often set it to full HD anyway for better battery life, etc. We've got a dual rear camera, 16 megapixel and a 24 megapixel sensor, and on the front, we've got another dual camera setup, this time a 16 megapixel and an 8 megapixel. So I'm just going to take a quick couple of snaps from the rear camera and then from the front facing one as well. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do another selfie. Taking a little bit of time to switch between the modes, which is a bit interesting. Yeah, it's certainly not an ideal camera app by any means. There's quite a lot of customization, but it certainly isn't the best. I would probably install my own camera app from the Google Play Store, for example. Obviously, this is the Chinese and English ROM. I would imagine there'll be a global ROM coming soon, or of course you can get this one and then install Google services yourself, which is fairly easy to do. There are tutorials online that you can go and watch, and there's some beauty filters and stuff going on as well. I mean, personally, I can't really back the camera on this phone, but again, you've got to remember the price. It is a lot cheaper than some of those phones that have a better camera. If you just want to take a few nice snaps, a couple of selfies here and there, and you're not mad keen on photography, then this will do you completely fine. The rest of the phone with its specs and stuff on first impression seems okay. If camera is paramount for you, then don't get this phone. Now the battery is 3,350 milliamp hours, so not amazing, certainly not 45 days worth. Let's not go there again. But with the 710 SoC, it will still do a reasonable job. This phone also has the in-display fingerprint sensor as well, so we're just going to test that now. And as you can see, it's fairly similar to ones that we've tried before, like with the OnePlus 6T and some of the Vivo phones. It is the optical fingerprint sensor, so it's not quite as secure as the one that's coming from Snapdragon early 2019, but it does a job. It's functional. It's just not quite as quick and accurate as I would personally want. If you want that futuristic look, a fully bezel-less display, and you want an in-display fingerprint sensor, and you want your phone to be fairly cheap, then this is a great option. Is it the best UI? No. Is it the best camera? No. But it does have some things that work well for it. Very simple, great packaging, great looking phone, nice design, not quite as elegant and premium as the Mi Mix 3, for example, on if you want a slider phone, or the Honor Magic 2, which also looks a little bit more premium in my personal opinion. The camera doesn't do so well, the SoC isn't quite as good, but still good. The battery is average, but out of all the smartphones with that fully bezel-less display, it is, I think, the cheapest. So it's one of those, isn't it? It's one of those, isn't it? I don't even know what that was either. Both variants will be left in the video description below. 2 purchase links if you are interested in finding out more information on the 2 phones. So as I said at the start, this video was brought to you by Play & Shop, by the Amazon App Store for Android. With Play & Shop, you can earn credit back while you play on your Android device. All you have to do is simply go to the link in the video description below, download the Amazon App Store and enroll in Play & Shop. Once you are signed up to the program, any purchases you make in apps and games gives you 10% back in Amazon credit. So if you're going to be spending in games like Candy Crush, Minecraft, Summoner's War, you might as well be earning money back from them. The credit accumulates and can be used on Amazon.co.uk to buy electronics, books. This is a perfect opportunity to get some savings on your Christmas gifts from Amazon. Let me know what you think of the Lenovo Z5 Pro. Is it something that you're interested in? Is it something you're going to buy? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like and share if you did enjoy this video and found it helpful. Subscribe and hit that notification bell if you're new to the channel and want to be notified every time I post a video on anything tech. Pretty much daily content here on YouTube. I love you and leave you. I'll see you in the next one. Say ASBYT. Peace out.